There's a growing fashion trend among the New Orleans Zephyrs ball players and staff, and it's time we face the facts.
The saga of the stash is such a difficult tale to really put into words.
A tough tale to tell, especially when your upper lip is carrying the extra weight of a Fu Manchu. But for Taylor Tank Tankersley, it's a burden worth carrying.
Well, when camp broke this year, I was thinking about all the coolest guys on the planet, a list like Burt Reynolds, Dale Earnhardt, Ron Burgundy.
I look good. I mean, really good.
Just thought, what do all those guys have in common? And it's the stash. And I figured that the power was in the stash. And so I decided to grow one out myself, and it's worked beautifully.
You're so wise. You're like a miniature Buddha covered in hair.
The Tao of Selleck started to catch on, and the cult of the stash grew.
Well, at first, they thought that I was growing the mustache as a mere excuse for not being able to grow any hair on my head. But then they realized, Tank's onto something. There's something there. There's power in the stash. There truly is. And so a few guys, Brett Hayes.
My stash, well, I think it's something that really complements my look. I think it looks good on me. I'm just going to go with it.
Brian Peterson, Brett Sinkbell, they jumped on board.
A lot of people say I look like the late, great Dale Earnhardt.
Our strength conditioning coach, Gary McCoy, jumped on board.
A couple of the guys got together and decided that the guys with a mustache were playing pretty well. So we thought, you know what, maybe it's time for everybody to grow one.
I believe that his bench press went up from 225 to 775, and I think the last push was not with his arms, but it was indeed the mustache.
I mean, I actually started growing a little bit in spring training. Most of the team, flew over here, but I just ran. I ran from Jupiter, Florida to New Orleans, so I mean, I'm ready to go.
What were you having, 6-minute mile?
I would say probably about 5 minutes, 30 seconds.
I've had a lot of great things happen to me since I've thrown the stash on. I've never been able to dunk a basketball, and for some reason now I can do a 360. I was a poor swimmer before this, but as soon as we got down to New Orleans, I jumped out into the Mississippi River and swam across no problem.
Considering Tank is not one bit an athlete, not an athlete whatsoever.
It really is defying all logic.
It's definitely the confidence booster that I was needing. In terms of people looking at me outside the field, not a good response. Getting a lot of lookaways, but that's fine, I could deal with that.
But there is a cost to sporting the fur lip warmer.
The stash, my God, if my girlfriend sees this, I'm in big trouble.
I notice people noticing the mustache. I don't know if it's a good look or not. I'll take them as compliments. That's all I can take them as. People look at me and I think it's a good look.
She asked me what I was doing during the day, and I said I was gonna run some errands, shave, and she got all excited. I said, "What are you excited for?" She's like, "Finally cutting that thing off." I said, "No, I'm just making it look better. I'm just cutting it in, see what I got." But she doesn't like it, but that's tough.
And see if she likes the goods.
There is no shaving in baseball, at least for these Zephyrs, and the power is showing up in their game.
There's more velo in the tank now since I have the power of the stash behind me.
A power that batters fear more than chin music.
He's got to be staring at the stash. I get up on the mound and he's trying to key on the ball on my release point, and I've had a couple of them step out on me and tell the catcher, I just can't get past the Fu Man. I can't stop staring at that beautiful piece of fur that he's got growing on his lip.
Is that the key to Raleigh fingers, you think?
I believe it is. If you ask Raleigh how he had such a long and successful career, I believe that he would give proper credit to the mustache.
I mean, that's one of the sole reasons why it's on my face right now. There's power when you're hitting. There's power with team camaraderie. That's why we got it.
Is it the team that grows the stash together, stays together? Is that what you're doing? One team, one stash?
Well, yeah. I mean, I wish we had everybody on the whole stash train, but I mean, we got a good group of guys with it right now, and I mean, obviously, with the more mustaches there are, there's power in numbers.
I think it's only helping their luck. That's what I got.
And the better you look,
the better you play.
There is power in the stash.
Oh, absolutely. Try it. Try it. Change your life.
Feeling the power of the stash and keeping a stiff upper lip, I'm Tom Gregory for Inside Zephyrs Baseball.